God's back in the house. My name is Miss Lovely.
The one and only Black.
Okay, y'all, we're going to get into topics today. Thank you for a lot of supporters that sent me some emails. Was saying they like it when we at the round table too, doing topics about the crime, the politics, and what's going on in the city of Buffalo. So that's what we're going to do here today. The first thing I want to give a shout out to our sponsor is Be Great Clothing. Again, shout out to the Joker. And I want to give a shout out to a new young lady who coming out with some hair products. And her name is Prissy Prima Donna. I'm trying out right now. This is called a Hydrate Hair Smoothie. Keep your hair smooth and shiny for people that wear wigs or extensions and you come out your weaves and want your hair nice and neat. All right, so shout out to Prima Donna. I want to also say rest in peace to the family who died in that fire on East Utica. So God bless their family. Also, Willie Henley. That was the mental guy on Michigan. That got shot, and want to say, to his family, his family that, stay strong, fight this till the end, because reading different information on here, that they're saying they shot pepper spray. Adam, did you know that they shot pepper spray? Because I heard they didn't do anything to...
No.
Okay, so they're saying they shot pepper spray, and obviously he wind up hitting the police officer with the bat.
Wait. I do recall them saying that on the news. I'm sorry, y'all.
So they did.
So they say they did try to pepper spray him, and he was still swinging the bat. But I mean, they scared of a bat.
Well, my thing is, I want to know what happened to the female officer, because if you got hit with a bat, what was her injuries? Nobody mentioned that. But he got shot in the abdomen.
I mean, how many people got hit by a bat before, y'all?
Well,
I mean, come on. It's not like it was an aluminum bat. It was a wooden bat.
Oh, was it?
It was a wooden bat. It wasn't aluminum.
Aluminum
hurt.
Okay, so she's going on what bat it is. So get hit with a wooden bat, not aluminum bat. Okay, maybe that's why she ain't got no injuries. Okay,
I'm just saying, y'all.
Yeah. All right. So again, to that family, y'all stay strong, keep fighting, keep protesting on that. I wanted to get into about Breonna Taylor. Was killed on March 13th, shot 8 times. Obviously, there were no drugs found in her apartment, and they had, to my understanding, the wrong home.
Right, they did.
Okay, so whoever they was looking for was a couple miles down the road from her. But at the end of the day, the family was awarded $12 million.
Right.
But no justice.
Right.
So that's what I want to talk about today. We can't get both. We only can get one or the other.
Right.
So I'm just trying to figure out how does that work, that they felt there's no justice need to be made, because in the state of Kentucky, it's a Commonwealth law down there.
Right.
And that charge he's being charged with, he probably get probation.
Right.
I'm a little confused with that. And because my thing is this here, let's switch the roles around. And that was a cop house whose door got kicked in. Now, from my understanding, the boyfriend shot one time.
He shot one time.
So at that point, he hit somebody?
Hit the officer in the leg.
Oh, so he hit an officer in the leg.
Yeah, the officer got hit in the leg.
Okay, and so that's what made them shoot in there 20 times.
Pop.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so anyway, it boils down to they're basically saying they cannot basically put this man in jail because we gave you $12 million. So they feel that they paid for the cause of her death, which is bogus and bullshit. So I hope the attorney keep pressing for more than what he can, but I don't know if there's no more he can do because of the attorney general is involved.
The attorney general, I'm trying to be nice, y'all. Y'all know I'm always the nice one.
We don't give a fuck.
But he did not produce all the evidence in that case. So a lot of the evidence was missing. Those of you who have watched the news and have been following the Breonna Taylor case, you know that it's a vital information that he did not provide. And that makes you wonder, who was he protecting? Is he protecting himself?
Right.
For his job? He don't want to lose his job, or is he doing it because he is a African American man in this world with this position, and he has to, as they say, fall in line.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder.
And that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Same way as I want to get into here with the Buffalo police here with our favorite Mayor Brown. Been off your ass a long time. It's time to get back onto it.
Let me take a sip that tea.
This thing with no name tags.
Now that's ridiculous. How many people can see those numbers?
I'm giving my license number when they, if you, to me, I'm saying if they, if they're going by numbers, we should go by numbers because you do have a license number on there. So I'm gonna learn mine by heart.
I know mine by heart.
Okay, well I'm gonna learn mine by heart, and that's what you're gonna get from me. Now you gonna look me up in the computer because this is not fair. How they getting so much rights to be protected and. You the cause of all this. We watched George Floyd get killed by a cop.
Blatant.
Okay, we watched Quentin Suttles get his eye socket broke out of there in the city of Buffalo being beat down for a traffic stop. So I don't understand how they don't get to put their names, that we don't need to know their names, but we got to call them out by number. So if you call by number and you off by one number or two, how do we supposed to identify who the fuck was that punched me in the face?
Right, but who's to say those aren't even their numbers?
That's my point.
Those could be bogus numbers.
So that's what I'm saying. They didn't come out with a plan to tell us this is how you identify them. This is how you look them up. Because what he's saying is that the police is being threatened. That they're getting threats, phone calls at their homes, and people going to their jobs, looking them up and going to find where they live at and get their full names and threatening their children.
That's public knowledge though, because
they stopping that. That's why they're taking.
So my thing is, if you're going to stop everyone, will stop the police from having their last names, mind you, it's just their last names on their person, and you want to go by numbers, then how about anybody that they arrest? It should not be public knowledge. They should not put it in the paper. Do not say their name on television. So while you're protecting their rights, then we the people, we need our rights protected as well. So you know what? You don't want nobody to know your name, don't say their name. Right.
And not only that, what is they got, the Crime Stopper, or what is that they use
for? The channel for the money?
No, when you can go on look for the person to see if they're arrested and what they charge us.
The crime, what is it? It is crime.
No, it's not crime. Oh shit, it's right at the tip of my tongue.
That little
where they go look up, and you can go find out such and such. No, Henry in jail. He in jail for disorderly conduct or got with a gun charge.
I'm about to see y'all.
I forgot the name of that damn thing. But anyway, that's public information. That they can go see your bail is. If you know what it is, let us put it in the comments for us. But according, like I said, to Mayor Brown, when the hurdle incident happened, you remember that, right? That incident happened on Hurdle the 31st of August. They were covering up their names then. Did you know that?
Yeah. Because
he's saying this didn't take effect to September 17th.
No, because they were covering up their names when they went to the to get him from his house. Remember when they went to get him from his house too?
They covered up their names.
Yes, they didn't have.
Oh, I didn't see that on there, and I got the video. I didn't see them covering up.
I could have swore that was the one where they were covering up the names too.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the Hurdle situation that everybody tell you, like they showed them, they had tape over it, that nobody could call them by names. But my thing is that he's saying that this didn't take effect. Yeah, I see you going through.
I'm having a hot
Here,
flash,
take it down, girl.
Woo, Jesus.
Okay, so that was on the 17th, but anyway, that law came into effect. He just announced this on the 24th. Okay, but August 31st, they were already doing it, and no consequences was done to them. They was supposed to do it then, but they must have knew this was going to happen. This law was going into effect because nobody warned nobody out in the city.
Yeah, nobody
to the people of the city of Buffalo.
Well, how about this? Maybe some of his friends, people that's close to the mayor.
Oh, we got to remember it's all about the politics, y'all. All about who's tied in with Mayor Brown. And you can see that a lot of people are tied in if you pay attention just to lives, the Facebook. You all see who all in cahoots and tied in and who wants to defend them all the time. And they're our color, but they don't want to, he didn't hand it out and did some favors for them. And that's how that works because it's just unbelievable. That's all I can say on that. But just pay attention. You'll be able to see who's all that tied in situation with the politics down there. All right. And the reason why it's such a big concern about the badge numbers is because Morgan Eaton, that was on yesterday, about was pulled over on Strauss Street, and they had some white paraphernalia or some white tubes had some white powder in them. Anyway, they charged him with the felony charge. He lost his job.
Oh, really?
Come to find out, there was no controlled substance in it, and his case got dismissed. Now, both of those officers are now suspended without pay, which is John M. Davison, Officer John M. Davison, and Officer Andrew Moffitt. Those are the two officers that are on suspension right now without pay. It's under investigation. And I hope my brother go ahead and take them and sue them, because it's a lot of people sitting in jail for cases like this. A lot of them, John Flynn. A lot of them that you can see all these things, all this messed up paperwork, how they charging people, how the police is doing. Some of these cases need to be reopened and look back into, if you seeing this is how they're operating now.
Right.
A lot of stuff getting exposed now, and it's always been in your face. You're just not paying attention to it. It's a lot of blacks sitting in jail for dumb foolishness or stuff they didn't do, or drug paraphernalia that they're sitting in there damn near doing 10 and 9 years for nothing, pretty much. Marijuana, everybody's smoking. You smoke it. Okay, Mayor Brown, I know he's smoking it. What's going on with him right now? He ain't just sitting there just nice and calm, you know. But this is the purpose of us was able to identify that officer by his name, not by 0467 PDP and none of that bullshit, okay? So we just giving out that's a reason why we want to try to get the law back in effect with their names on there. It's important that we know their names.
Right.
Okay, if that's the case, put their names up and don't give out their residence information. Don't, do something like that. Not taking away their names off their uniforms so nobody can identify them. All right. Getting into the census. I'm sorry, census.
Because I'm like,
census. Yes, I said census. Census. Excuse me. Census. And I know it's for funding.
It's for a lot of things.
But one particular thing got me was about the public safety, and I'm just trying to figure out what that got to do with it, because I want to know who's safe.
I think they adding that in there.
Okay, because Mayor Brown stated that today, that he wants to make sure it's for education, healthcare, and public safety.
Those are supposed to be federal funds that's supposed to help the different communities. Now, they do the census so they can find out how many people live in a certain area. Like, let's just say the Delavan Grider area. So that census is done in that area. So it tells you when they go door to door, or if you go online and fill it out or mail it in, they're asking how many people are in your household.
Right.
So that lets them know in that particular area how many people live in that area based off the census, and that helped them decide on how much money to send to that particular area.
Right. Well, they said that they approved for $130 million.
How can they be approved? And I guess they said that they ain't done with the census yet.
Well, here's the thing: we below 54%. He needs that number to rise up so he can get this money. He want to get that bag.
He really eager about getting this money. This is the first time in a long time I've ever realized how hard they've been going at people to do the census. It's interesting because I remember, this was a long time ago, I go to my age, but I remember 100 years ago when they were doing this.
How the fuck you wasn't even born 100 years ago? But
I'm just saying, y'all, when they were doing the census, and I remember them coming door to door, but it was never pushed as
much as it is,
as he is pushing now. Be counted, stand up and be counted. Okay, we're standing up to be counted, but you don't recognize the numbers of the people that you want to be counted, because these are the same people you want to be counted that you don't want to protect.
Okay. That's well said.
Thank you.
That's well said. And so I don't know to either tell people fill them things out or say fuck them.
Go ahead. No. I think everyone still should go ahead and fill out, do your census, fill out your census, do what you're supposed to do as a citizen of the United States of America. Do your census as a New Yorker. Do your census, because whatever happens, if they get their money, if they don't do right by that money, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? But you did what you were supposed to do.
Well, shit, if they ain't gonna do right by it, why the hell will I put my name and my people's name now, and then you talking about this for education and healthcare, and there's people out here can't even get the shit. They want to make people pay for the healthcare. Canada is free.
One step at a time, sister.
Well, shit, we ain't gonna never get nowhere, I guess. Okay. Hey, moving right along.
We gotta vote.
Okay. Gotta vote. And that's where we going to. Vote. Mm-hmm. And then another thing I seen on the news today was the officers under stress.
What they under stress for? I'm under stress.
That's the big question we want to know right now. They're saying between the COVID, how the officers are stressed out. If it's really going to go through, that they get defunded because some people took an oath so that they can serve and protect. And for the good cops, I'm going to say it again. For the good cops, there are some good cops out here. There are good people that really take their job seriously and do things by the book. But the more of them are corrupt than the good ones. So you blend in with the bad ones.
Right.
So I believe maybe those cops are a little under stress.
Girl,
to me.
You know what? Everybody's stressed out. So my thing is, whether they get defunded or not, they're still going to get paid. They're going to get paid just like everybody else is getting paid to go to work every day. You took an oath to protect and serve, so protect and serve. Don't sit up there and say you are stressed out because you protect and serve and now you worried about them defunding the police. Then maybe you should talk to some of your brothers and sisters in blue. The ones that are, let's say, acting out. You know,
corrupt.
Yeah, I was being nice. Mm-hmm. Acting out, you know, and bring them to the table and let them know, listen, this is because of y'all. We're facing this dilemma. And it's not just here, it's everywhere. You know, they want to keep up this big cold, you know, this and that, but they don't like half of y'all in there that's darker than them anyway.
Pretty much.
So who are you trying to protect?
Right.
Get it together, y'all. Plain and simple. We pay y'all. I'm a taxpayer.
Come on now.
So we pay y'all salary. And we not paying y'all salary to kill us. You know what I'm saying? To set us up. You know, to hurt us. You're supposed to be protecting and serving. That's what we pay y'all for, to protect and serve.
And protect our children. The shootings is still happening. They might have calmed down between July and August. But, June and July, excuse me. Those were our worst months. But they're still happening out here, and they're happening. The one on Glenwood.
Yeah.
I heard about that. It said it was a young lady.
I thought it was Greater.
No, Glenwood, and it was by some people saying by Mike's Lounge, but they showing up in Glenwood and Jefferson.
Oh.
But they be showing, you know, they won't put it on the house wherever the shooting happened at. They keep just showing Glenwood, but Mike's Lounge down this way, you know, down from it. But
okay.
I'm not saying it happened at Mike's Lounge.
Right.
They just showing that picture, and again. The police know what parties is happening out here, okay? You riding by when you seeing a party going on. I just like to know, did you stop by there and say you in violation of the COVID-19? There's too many people here. No. They wait for a shooting to happen and then coming flying over there like you didn't know nothing about that party happening where it was too outnumbered to be in violation of COVID-19. So a lot of these things, what I'm saying, if y'all don't want to be defunded, why are you not doing anything to prevent some things, some shootings from happening, or stabbings from happening, when you knowing there are large gatherings happening in the city of Buffalo? It's not big.
No.
And a lot of you cops is tied into certain hoods. So you know when certain stuff is going down that you can go and say, hey, show the community you care. Not after the fact to walk around with flashlights like you're looking for bullet casings on the ground.
It was a 23-year-old woman, they said.
From
Cheektowaga that wound up dying, but 4 more were injured. So 5
and that was shot. Where?
That was on Glenwood.
Oh, Glenwood, right?
She's
so
from Cheektowaga.
Yeah.
The young lady that got that lost her life, and you know your family has our condolences.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, because that's sad. You had to go to a party to get just to enjoy yourself and try to release some of that stress.
Yeah, but when y'all doing it, y'all got to be a little more smarter and more observing because to my understanding, there was an altercation of some words or a fight was about to break out and that person them people got hit up in a crossfire.
Yeah, these were all young people, 20-some years. The oldest person here was 37 years old.
And what are you doing at a party? Well, maybe that might have been somebody whose house it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
But nowadays, y'all, it ain't about hanging at parties. It's about get you a couple good, few friends together and have some drinks and watch your surroundings. But, you know, at the same time, we keep saying Black Lives Matter, but we still killing one another. So at the end of the day, can you blame the cops or blame Caucasians to look at us differently? If we so concerned about our lives, why are we taking out our own lives? And not to say it's right for the police to be doing
It's
it.
not.
You know.
We shouldn't be. We got to stop. I said this before, y'all. We got to stop killing each other. We got to love on each other. We got to, you know, lift each other up. Stop putting each other down. Male and female alike. You know? And in order for them to start treating us with respect, we have to start treating one another with respect.
And band together.
Exactly.
Band together.
Exactly.
No division.
Exactly.
Band together.
Exactly. You can't expect for them to do right by us if we can't do right by our own people.
And another thing, women, and this is what we'll be doing a lot on every Monday, women, this hating on one another for all these uncalled for reasons. And I'm even going higher artists, celebrities, you know, that I hear different names. And I'm not into that little rap world, who's what and what, but it's just with the little Kim and the Nicki Minaj and the Cardi B's and Megan Stallion. Stallion. It's like
let it go.
People paved the way, which is little Kim. Yeah. Paved the way, and everybody deserved their respect. But at the end of the day, when your time is up, your time is up. Let the next generation come in too. You know, it's not nobody got to big anybody up. It's the I respect you. I'll shout you out, but it's their time now. You know, and so I just want to say, we as women, we supposed to stick together and not hate on one another. And Cardi B, whatever your situation that's going on with you and Offset, I hope the best for you. My understanding, she stated it ain't now. She just started arguing with him and just want to move on. He ain't cheating on her. She just ready to move on. Some people outgrow. And I respect that, because whatever their situation is, it's between them. It's not for the world to know. They didn't make it. And that's the bottom line. She doing what she need to do so she could be happy. He's doing what he need to do so, you know, he could be happy. My thing is, she don't even want child support from him.
That tells you something.
Or alimony. It's like you go your way, I go my way, and they co-parenting with their child, and that's how life's supposed to be. But of course, I'm pretty quite sure he's going to take care of his child.
Being an adult,
yeah,
you know, and understanding that, you know what, this is toxic.
Yeah,
you know, if it was toxic,
yeah,
not saying that it is, or you know what, this is not good for neither one of us. So how about this? I'm not going to fight you.
Right.
You know, I don't want anything. Like you said, you go this way, I go that way. We still have a child to raise. We gonna do this in perfect harmony, and that's it. What y'all, a lot of y'all gotta realize is that world that they live in is not like our world. They have problems just like we have problems. Their problems probably way worse than ours.
20 times.
Because like they say, with more money, more problems. And Biggie said that.
Yeah.
And that's the absolute truth. We didn't have people that came on the show, you know, that even said about being in that industry, you know, and the things that happen and how you literally sell your soul. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take all that. And people always wonder whatever happened to the unsung, you know. You hear someone singing one time, you're like, wow, what happened to them? I ain't heard from them in a long time. Or actors, you know, some actors you haven't seen.
They want to do it.
You don't see them no more because they refuse to degrade themselves or belittle themselves just for $1, just to make the man more money and happy. You know what I'm saying? So just like these people that we don't see anymore, you have to incorporate that into your own life. You know, and decide, you know, like, you know what, I need to stop trying to make somebody else happy. You got to start making yourselves happy. You got to start with you. You got to love you, because before you can love someone else or respect someone else or appreciate someone else, you got to love you. And that's probably what my girl did. Maybe she had to take a step back.
Yeah.
You know, and realize, be like, you know what? I love me.
Right.
You know, I love me. I love my child.
Right.
And you know what? I can't let anyone come into that and stop that.
Well, for some reason, though, to me, though, I don't know how they ever got hooked up.
Girl.
But this is my thing, though, what I be saying about this. And I know it's deeper because I'm into I'm into that little world, reading up on it and getting educated about it. But at the end of the day, I feel like they set these people up because how you not never with somebody who's not rich and famous?
You know what I think?
Like all the couples is always with somebody up with
these newer couples. Because if you think most of the couples, the older ones, you know, that we grew up on now, that's older and that we watched as we grew up, some of them known each other since they were young. You know, or they met each other when they were going to school. So you think about Denzel and his wife. She wasn't an entertainer. She wasn't in the business. You know, and they've been married for a long time. So you do have a lot of relationships like that. Who Robert De Niro, I don't think his wife was in the business either. Yeah. So I mean, it just depends. I think these younger people, I don't know if they're looking for someone as their equal, or if they want to be with someone that's making just as much money as they are, or they're afraid to get with someone who's not making money because it can turn into a problem, or they may be worried about them taking advantage of them, or you know, trying to hurt them, or take their riches or whatever.
Well, you know, now that you say that, because Candy from
Her
Housewife, he wasn't nobody. When he was doing his own little thing,
but
producer. But he wasn't known or famous or anything like that. But that's why she had him sign that prenup. But because he loved her, because she said. But you know what I liked about her when she said, because he didn't want to sign that shit. No, he didn't. He didn't want to sign it. But she was like, why don't you want to sign that? Because what I made is mine. What we will make in the future will be ours. And that makes sense. So that's the way a prenup's supposed to be. Why would you come in and take everything I built from the bottom, didn't know you from a can of paint, and now you come in and take half of my shit? Because that's what happened. Because he ain't got nothing. And no disrespect, but he didn't have nothing coming to the table with her.
He didn't have as much as she had.
He didn't have nothing coming to the table. Okay.
He didn't have as much as he had money, but he didn't have Candy money. Let's just put it that way. His money wasn't long.
Right.
It probably was. It wasn't long.
Let's talk about it. Okay. I put it clear and point blank. You didn't have nothing coming to that table.
But I don't want to say...
She loved him for him. And the reason why I'm not saying like broke as a broke joke, but when you're dealing with a person in her status, she's looking like she wouldn't ask for a prenup if he was up there with her. What would be the purpose of that? Because I'll take half of it.
It is people that are neck and neck with money and still asking for prenups. So it necessarily do not have to. So
don't give me one name.
Girl, I ain't got time.
See, that's another lie.
It's not a lie. Y'all know.
Where are they?
Are they out there?
Yeah, because I was waiting for you to at least say Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Didn't they do a prenup?
No.
They did not?
No. Never heard of it.
Really? Mm-mm. Oh, let me Google.
Yeah. Google me, baby.
Y'all know I like the Google.
Google me, baby. Because I'm telling you, they both was here. So
they fine.
I don't think they signed a prenup. And one thing I'm going to say about them, too.
But see, we don't know what they did. Because ain't nobody never know they even got married. Yeah. So ain't nobody know they were married
never know their business. Okay, well, let's talk about Kanye and Kim Kardashian.
Did he sign a prenup?
Well, here's the thing I want to talk about is his status of mental, what he's going through right now. Have you been updated with that, about he's been going through some little changes again?
He's still a bipolar.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I don't believe he's bipolar.
You think it's a game?
No, it's not a game. It's that world.
That
world took him there. His mother's death. Okay. Things of that nature, if you watch and do a little history on it, is some things that happen. And once he fell off with Jay-Z, all the shit started crumbling for him.
Well,
every bit.
So you
and not Jay-Z. Excuse me, Jay. It was Taylor Swift. When he went up on that stage, and ever since he did that, ain't shit been going right for him. And that's why he's been a little unbalanced.
Right. He wasn't balanced out when he went up on the stage and did that.
Well, he said he was drunk. He said that.
So,
but I mean, Dag, he gotta not be able to make money and do things that he's trying to be doing.
He making money. He got his little clothing line.
Yeah, but stuff not happening right for that now. Like everything's not working out.
Well, maybe he need to go to Africa.
Well, maybe he got to come down and get right and go over there. But I don't think nothing's wrong with him. I think just some things that went on personally with him mentally is bothering him, is catching up to him. I don't think the man bipolar, because when you watch some of his interviews and he talking, it don't seem like nothing's wrong. He telling you in so many words if you're not to read between lines, and he telling you point blank. But I think him and Jay-Z still going through couple little things right now, and about selling his masters, and it's a bunch of other little stuff going on with that. So shout out to those folks to getting things in order. And hopefully they can come to a mutual agreement. And Kanye, get yourself together and pray up and really read the Bible and really believe in Jesus Christ, because I don't know which one you're studying right now. You got anything you want to talk about or anybody? But that was just on my mind because I've been, reading up on him. And it don't look like him and Kim doing too well neither. She didn't find it.
Yes, I did.
And what did it say?
I'm reading.
Oh, boy.
I'm reading. It says right here, Jay-Z and Beyonce's alleged prenuptial agreement. $5 million per child, $1 million per year of marriage.
So that's all it is. That's what they're telling you about her kids. That's what he got to give her. Okay? So, getting back to what I was saying.
Oh, Lord, she just sat up here and skimmed the whole page, y'all.
I read enough.
And she ain't read nothing.
$5 million per kid. She gets $5 million per kid. But they got 3, so she got $15 million right off the top now. But anyway, God bless them. Now, getting back to Jay-Z and Beyonce, let's talk about the daughter.
Who,
Jay-Z's daughter look identical.
She do look like
No, honey, he got an older daughter, 28 years old. Where you been?
Right. I forgot about her.
Yeah, this is what's hot topics in the industry. That
so what's up with her?
He don't want to acknowledge her.
Shut your mouth.
Look, she looked more like him than Blue Ivy. And I don't even know how Beyonce, as a woman, ain't say, go get your daughter.
Exactly.
And bring, this had nothing to do with you, B. Back in, this is way before your time. So therefore, as a woman, I would say go get your child. That was before me. Now that other kid, the boy that's 24, he's saying
that's what I was about to say. I know he got a son.
I don't know that one right there. I don't know, because like I said, I don't know. Maybe he look like his mom. That's just my opinion. I don't really see Jay all in him like that. But that daughter, without a question, and she already did her research. She already got the tested. What we still waiting on, Jay. Everybody's looking, everybody's watching, and to be a role model like that, whatever you did back in your past, in your time, whatever it was, that's her mother's. To my understanding, has cirrhosis.
Cirrhosis of the liver.
I believe so.
Or psoriasis.
Let me don't quote that, but she in a wheelchair and she deteriorating. So
okay. Oh,
something.
Wow.
Yeah, identical.
Yeah, look just like Blue Ivy.
Identical. Well, she don't look like that now. She's 28. There she go.
Pretty.
Identical. So I don't know, and we got to make sure we drop that. But anyway, just man, people looking up to you as a role model. We are looking to see that you do step up and get that young lady.
Oh, wow.
And so everybody can see that do have kids, even something that, and I'm not going to say a mistake. That was your time back in your days. So that's your kid. That's your seed. The young man, like I said, I'm just saying I don't see the resemblance, but that don't mean nothing. Right. That's still, he's still saying it's him. And he just wants a blood test. He just wanted to be with his father to closure. And they all saying they don't want no money.
Who don't want no
The kids. They said they don't want no money. They just want a relationship with their father. And she said she was never going to say nothing, but her mom is like real ill, and she wanted a relationship with her father. And she said she don't want no money. She don't want nothing. But for some reason, I don't know if it's a big thing about because Beyonce want to feel like she got his first kids. Like, I don't know. See, that's where you're going into that world.
Kids. Well, you can't think that marriage, but they're not his first children. Right. They're your first children, but they're not his first children. And you can't, and no woman in this whole wide world can take that from any man. So let's be clear. If any of y'all out there thinking that because you're married to a man and y'all done had kids together and he has children before the children y'all have in that household, y'all children is not first. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's all I got to say on that.
All right.
Because that's rude. That's stupid.
Yeah, because that hurts just a child growing up all this time without a father, whether he was rich or not.
Yes.
That's your kid. You know, so we hope that comes out to be a good story for both of the children, that he gets his DNA test with Jay-Z and that she
the boy.
Well, the boy can't get one. He been, the lawyer's been fighting that they won't give him one, and that's my thing. I don't understand. Why won't you give it to say, hey, this is not my kid? So that makes it look even more crazier.
You know why? Because he was a creep.
Well, this is state to state. They've said, state to state.
That's what they do, y'all.
But that was back when he was hustling.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what they. Yo, hold this for me. Y'all remember that song, "Girls, Girls"?
Yeah.
Pay attention to that song.
Yeah.
He had.
I do adore.
He had a lot of girls.
Mm-hmm.
He had an African chick. He had a Puerto Rican chick.
Puerto Rican.
He had a white chick.
Black chick. But anyway, we just hope that do come out to be a good story, and we hope to hear that soon on TMZ. If they are working it out, God bless them, that they get reunited with their family. Okay? You got anything else you want to talk about, sweetie? Or do we need to touch down back to young baby?
Baby. I really need you guys to remember it's coming up close. We are entering November on Thursday. No, October. I'm sorry, October on Thursday.
Right.
November. Because it's coming.
It's coming fast.
Yeah, it's coming just that fast. Yeah. So if you guys aren't already registered, you guys got to hurry up and go get registered.
Yes.
Exercise your right to vote.
Yes.
Do not make any rational decisions on who you want to vote for. I would say sit down, watch the debates, research both candidates, what they stand for, what are they trying to do. Please do not fall for the hype with that mess that donkey said about black people. What do we got to lose if we vote for him? He's gonna give us some type of stipend or some crap. Don't fall victim to that. This man ain't even paying his doggone taxes.
And my thing is, go for Joe. Let's just cut the bullshit. We got to get him out of there. That's the bottom line. As you see, he ain't helping anybody or anything that got to do with helping the citizens of U.S. The unemployment. I don't know if nobody's really caring about the stimulus, but unemployment, people work for that. They paid into that. And even though they may be getting what they needed, they're not out of work because they just want to be out of work. It's a pandemic. Right. So everybody need that little extra help with their bills and rent and mortgages. Even the landlords, I hope it's something out there for them so they can save their houses. Ain't so much they can do, but you can't evict. You can't put people out. What you shouldn't, but how you supposed to eat too and pay your bills. So everybody everybody is in this.
But do y'all notice how slowly it seemed like they're not talking about it as certain individuals, like that mayor? I haven't really heard him talk about the pandemic that much.
Yeah.
Or I hear him say sometime about social distancing and so on and so forth. But
because he know about them parties too, and you would think them people would be getting some letters in the mail getting fined.
But he's not doing more like he should to really get people to understand. Listen, we need to slow the spread. I mean, even though we are in the lowest percent of a lot of states in the country, we want to keep it that way. Young people, I've said it before, I'll say it again, be considerate of not only yourself, but other people that you're around, because if you get it and you're around somebody, they're liable to get it. You don't know what they have going on at their home and their families. No one knows. So everyone have to be considerate, and you have to think about that. If you don't, care about yourself, please care about the next person.
All right. Well said. Again, y'all, get back out there. Get back out there. Get out there. Again, Michael Ray, the Groove, he is doing registry down there for you to be registered to vote. He's open every day. I believe, except for Mondays. But he's open every day, I believe, from 4 to 1. Go in there anytime. And there's other places. There's people out on the street doing it, you know. So just get out there. Get out there. And one thing I want to say, too, do not mail in any ballots. They're not going to count. They're doing everything. Today, now, they're talking about some envelopes were sent out with white powder. We back to that again. You know, so they're doing anything to mess up this mail. So go out. Don't worry about the mail. I don't give a damn if you did send one in. Go back out and go to the polls. Just to make sure your vote counts.
You can't do that. You can't send one in and then go to the polls. You sound like,
how would they know?
You sound like that donkey.
But how do they know?
But you can't do that. That's double voting, and then that's fraud. So
how do they? Well, don't mail nothing in. Just go out. That's the best thing I can tell you. They're not going to count. Right. That mail is going to end up missing. Well, I promise you. Or they're not going to even leave. They probably got them paid at the post office. So when they see the shits, rip them up. I don't know, because they're sending envelopes with the ballot, right?
You could have been got the ballot.
But they're giving you an envelope to send it back. You can't just go make your own envelope up and send it.
Yeah, because it's a certain
okay, so when I'm coming in, they probably ripping them.
Or what you can do is once you get your ballot, you fill it out, you can take it straight to the polling location.
Oh,
you can
that
take
makes
it
sense.
There and you can put it through the machine yourself.
Okay.
So you don't have to mail it.
Okay.
You still can take that particular ballot to the polling site.
And that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yes. And at least do that. So if you go to, you talking about sound like that donkey. Hey, I'm trying to make sure the votes get in.
I know, but
because he's trying to make sure they don't.
Okay, but he said the same thing. Mail them in and then go vote. You can't do that.
Oh, he did say that?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he can't do that.
Oh. Well, fuck it. Do it if you have to.
No, you better not.
Well, what they gonna do?
But no, because if
what's gonna happen to you?
Because if they do that, it's fraud. So let's just say Joe Biden did win. And it was people that mailed in their ballots and then they went to the polls and voted. That's fraud. So that means he won, and let's just say 1,000 people did that. Those votes will be they will take those votes back, and that means the other person will win. Those votes will be disqualified. You can't do that.
Oh, okay. So they just take away.
You can't do that.
Well, everything else happening there, and you know how I'm going to keep on saying what I'm saying. This motherfucker got in there. We don't know how. Everybody went to sleep. Hillary was winning. We wake up. The world changed. Okay, so whatever we need to do is what we need to do. But, that makes more sense. You get your ballot, just take it there to the polls and get it in. I wouldn't chance the mail. And the only reason I'm saying they showing y'all. They telling y'all ahead of time. So don't even try to get that in. Okay, again, this is Strong United Voices at gmail.com if you want to reach out to us, if you want us talking about certain topics, but we're going to be trying to keep up to date with everything that's going on. Also, I still got artists coming on, so if you want to schedule you a day, a clothing line, any pretty much entrepreneurs that's out here that got new businesses or trying to upcoming business, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We enjoy having people on there that got the good vibes and good spirits, and anything we can do to help promote you, we will. Yes. Again, I want to give a shout out back to Be Great Clothing. Been #1 with us from day one, and shout out to him that his business keep growing and prospering. Yes. And we hope the best for all businesses that's up and coming. And that's trying to grow, that we all can conquer on one accord.
Yes.
Anything to say?
Deuces.